Hey there, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So, I'm thinking tonight we might be able to finish the unicorn there. We just have his hooves and the letter U's, and I think we have a plan for both of those already. So hoping it goes quick enough that we can get it done today. So let's see. All right, let's get stitching. All right, everyone. Thanks again for hopping on over. Okay, there we are. So, all right, so here is where we left off. We are using that metallic thread. So we have all of these cute little rainbow flowers and our little rainbow horn there as well. So we started with the kind of silver based with blue and pink in it, and now we're doing the gold based with blue and pink. So we're gonna do the hooves with this gold. So let's get started on that. I have that fun way that we are holding the thread in place. I'll have to do that again. So let's get a good 24 inches or so. And these are all going to be satin stitched. Oop. Try that again. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do that closure for this again where I get a little bit out, do a slip knot, theoretically. Oh gosh, I'm already feeling clumsy for the day. We'll see how this pans out. Okay, sheesh. All right, so now I'm going to go around the spool. If I don't do this, this will all like fling apart. And around and then through my little slip knot. That's pretty big yet. There, and now I should be able to pull this tight, which will tighten that slip knot. And there we go. We are all attached there, all nice. Let's leave them out though for now till we're done. And just for funsies, let's go through our floss scent again. This is our thread conditioner. Don't really know quite how well this works on metallics like this, but if anything, it smells good. Okay. Let's get at it here. Got my needle. Ooh, it is December 1st, you guys. We have a new embroidery of the month. And it's horse related too. We got our sleigh ride. Our Let It Snow sleigh ride kit is our new embroidery of the month. Got everything in there. So we'll be stitching this not next week, but the week after. So there's time for it to arrive for everyone. So I think this one's gonna be pretty fun. Nice little winter gallop through the snow. All right, I'm gonna start at this back one. I'm just gonna weave in the end. This is gonna be a little annoying for a satin stitch because I've already stitched this back stitch outline, and this would be easier if I would have done the satin stitch first and then the outline, but whatever. Here we are. We're gonna give it a go. I mean, I could go top to bottom, but I want this like across. I'm gonna go vertical. I want to go across the line here. So all I gotta do is kind of come up. Oh, it's not that hard. I just gotta come up behind the back stitch and then go like tuck underneath down the back stitch on the other side. And actually, maybe this is gonna be easier doing this after the back stitch because I don't have to really pay attention to being where I'm like placing it. placing coming up or placing the stitch down. I just have to be underneath those other stitches. So I don't know, maybe this is gonna be easier. I want this part to go super nice and fast because I'm excited to get on doing the letter U's. Those are gonna be a whipped back stitch. So we're gonna stitch it in this light pink color, and then we're gonna put the same gold rainbow thread as the whip in the back stitch, and that should go pretty quickly. That's a really fun stitch to do. I like it. Okay, there we go. First hoof, rainbowy gold hoof. So instead of jumping right across, because I don't want to see that line, I'm gonna kind of crawl up the leg here, and then crawl back down on the other side, and then I'll weave in the end, and then start fresh when I get over here. But I think this is a short enough path that this is gonna be just the easiest to do it this way. That first hoof went really quickly, so I'm thinking we'll be good to go on this. I'm gonna get done quick, but I like going vertical because I can see if I'm making my lines straight compared to if I'm, I don't know, going horizontal. I feel like this, or diagonal, this works best for me. So we're gonna stay rotated just so I can get these cute little hooves. I'm happy with how much metallic we put in this. At first I was like, should just the horn be metallic? But man, after getting those little flowers on the back, it's just so fun, everything being so shiny and sparkly. This is that Nishikito thread from Lycian and Cosmo threads. Ooh, all these are going to be slightly different colors. This one's a little orangier than the last. Ooh. There we go. Yep. Flung my needle. All right, I think that's all I need in here. Yep, that looks good. All right, so now I'm going to weave in the end, and I'll start fresh over here. I do have kind of a little bit more thread than I needed, I think. Actually, I don't want to weave in the end. I'm going to travel all the way up across the bottom of the body here. That uses a little bit more thread, but I think we got it. And it's just going to be more enjoyable for me. Faster and easier. There we go. Boop. Now I'm ready to start up again. Ooh, now this one's kind of at a funny angle, so maybe this one I'll just stay upright like this. His little foot's going up a little bit there. And this is being easier than I thought it was going to be. Just tucking it underneath these stitches. Shiny little hooves. Got jewelry hooves. Two more will do it. Yeah, one more. Try not to pierce the stitch that came before. Yeah, I'm gonna go halfway through like this, kind of like a little mini diagonal. There, I think that does the trick. One last one. Go vertical again. This is going quick. So, all right, so we'll do those U's next. I gotta backstitch around the whole thing first. But I'm happy that we're not filling in the U's with more satin stitch. We did a lot of satin stitch already on this guy. Ready to take a break from that. Uh-oh. And got caught in there and I pulled the thread loose. There we are. So next week we start the letter V, which is the viper, which is basically just a cute snake. I actually kind of really like that one. I don't stitch that one very often. It'll be fun to do again. Get in there. All right, a couple more, and I think we. There we are. A pretty subtle difference between the gold rainbow ones versus the silver. I mean, you can kind of tell, but it is like super duper subtle. But I kind of like that. All right, unicorn is done. Let's. Ooh, thanks for the likes, Abby Cat. I'm gonna weave in the ends here. I think now it's kind of short enough that like, I don't know. I'm gonna need a longer piece to do the whip on these pieces because I don't want to stop in the middle of the whip. I can, but less ideal. Oh, Amy says, oh, those hooves are pretty. Yeah, they turned out so fun. So actually the whip backstitch is going to look pretty similar to this, weaving in the ends here. It'll be a color with little sparkles of metallic. So that's exciting. That's exactly what I want it to look like. Okay, so to do that, I wanted to do this light pink. We talked about maybe lavender, but I have more of the pink. So I think that's what it's gonna have to be. And I'm just checking quick if I have any in the blob here. Here's some of that lavender. Oh, but here. Yeah, that's some, that's just kind of like one big piece. Yep, I think we're getting fresh. I'm getting about 24 inches again. I might just see what's on here and call it. Yeah, okay, so that was a little longer than 24 inches, but that's fine. We'll use it. I'd rather use this whole piece versus leaving like 4 inches on the bobbin. So let's get 3 pieces off of here. Amy says, I can't wait to see the letters. I know, I'm super duper excited. I've never done this before where I've done a whip stitch, a whipped back stitch where I do the back stitch in just the cotton thread and then the whipped part in the metallic. I think that'll be really cool. This guy I'll run through our thread conditioner. Oh, and all your embroidery of the month orders and more of your relax and craft embroidery, scented embroidery boxes that have our floss scent in it. More of those went out today, so you should be getting both real soon. So you should be stocked up on some stitching stuff for a little, and some yummy candles and floss scent. Okay, let's do these back stitches. Oh, thanks, Dragana. All right, let's do it. Back stitches. Okay, I am gonna do. I'm not gonna do the away knot. I'm gonna do that thing where I just leave a bit dangle out. So, let's see. Let's just start here, I guess. So I'm gonna leave. I'm starting from the front, and I'm leaving like one stitch worth left. And I'm kind of thinking, should I make these stitches a little smaller? I'm gonna try and keep consistent sizes of my stitches here, which I don't usually care all that much about. But I'm gonna do that whip in there, and I want that to stay relatively consistent. So doing about 1/8 of an inch here, and I am gonna sort of pay a little closer attention on trying to get these the same size. But if they're not, that's not the end of the world either. I don't want them too small either. The metallic doesn't like to bend real much. Like the Lazy Daisies are nice and round because it doesn't want to bend a ton. And so I don't know what it's going to be like going around and around these little stitches here. We'll see. Oh, I feel like I keep making them smaller. Let's not do that. I think I'll stitch both these letters and then do the whip all at once. I think this is going to be so cute, and I'm going to want to do this a zillion more times. The whipped back stitch with the metallic. So basically, a whipped back stitch is just a normal back stitch. That's the part that we're doing now. And then we go back over the back stitch by just like looping around each stitch, like around and around, like a endless spiral around the stitches. We never even go to the back of the fabric. We're just always staying on the front, circling around the stitches. It's so cute. It changes the look. I don't know if it will with the metallic, but we'll see. But it changes the look of the back stitch completely. It almost looks like a little bit of twine, like baker's twine, especially if you switch colors between the whip and the back stitch, like a baker's twine, just resting perfectly on the surface of your embroidery. It's kind of cool. I like it at least. So because I made these a little bit smaller, it's going to take a little longer to do, but those hooves went really quickly, so I think we got the time. We will see. There's kind of a lot of surface area on these letters, so they'll take whatever time it takes. I think I might actually need the second thing of floss too. Smells good though with the Help and Glow floss scent. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get back to the turtle tomorrow. So here's our turtle, our letter T. He's not done yet, so I want to load him up with more flowers on the back, and we don't have the letters done either, clearly. See how that goes. I think we'll do this in 2 little stitches. Jenna made a whole pile more mystery gifts today as well. Some cute stuff in it. So our mystery gift special for live viewers is going on, where if you order $20 or more at penguinandfish.com, we'll throw in that free mystery gift. We got a whole new batch of them. I'm gonna run out of floss eventually. Kind of want to do the whip on this quick before stitching the other U, but I think I'll be annoyed that I still have to stitch the U if I don't do it right away. The baby U. They're playing Frozen 2 on TV right before I came on here, so I guess it's time of year for all the holiday Disney movies. That was just on normal TV too. I was taking a nap and just listening. All right. Couple more stitches. All right, so I'm leaving that first stitch because I'll just use this thread here to finish it and then weave in the ends. But there we go. That's a good looking letter U. Let's just weave in the ends here. And I'll start using this thread over on the small lowercase u, but I'll definitely have to get a new one. Actually, you know what? Since my needle is on the thread here still and I don't want to take it off to stitch in that starting piece, I might just let it hang out there until I finish the thread on this guy, and then we'll tuck them both in. There we go. I'm just doing it this way because I didn't have like any neighboring backs of stitches to weave in my floss. So I'm just gonna let it dangle out there. I don't usually do this if I'm stitching a really big area, but for these little guys, it's fine. I'm trying to make them the same size stitches again. How am I doing the, Robin's asking, how am I doing the U? So I am going to be doing a whipped back stitch. So I'm doing the back stitch part, but we're going to do the whipped part with the metallic, that goldy metallic. Ugh, I think it's going to be so pretty. I just love the look of a whipped back stitch, and then with that gold sparkling through it. It's going to be so cute. I think this pink and gold will be pretty together. This is like similar to that same pink that's kind of in the thread because it's a variegated thread between like pink and blue and the gold. I think the base is actually gold, and then there's a little bit of blue and a little bit of pink on top of it. I was saying yesterday, I mean, it's basically the same concept as the silver one that we were using. Like it's over dyed or something with the pink and blue, because the pink and blue on the gold, which is more yellow, turns out more orange and green, which makes sense. All right, almost out of floss, so I'm gonna have to get that second piece going. But before I do that, I will tuck in all of these threads. Traditionally, I would usually satin stitch these U's, but I like this idea. I think Amy suggested this yesterday. These in 3 stitches. Normally I would fill this space with just 2 stitches, but I am trying to do the smaller stitches so I can get more whip in there. So we'll divide this part into 3. Ugh, and then I think this will be my last stitch because I need more floss. All right, so let's weave in that end, and then I'll weave in those other ends, and we'll get the second bit of floss. And that one I won't have to do the like dangle out bit because I have stitches now to weave into the back stuff. A little harder to do when I'm right next to my hoop. But here we go. So now I'm gonna thread this little bit. Ooh, missed one. There we go. If that's too tricky, you can use a needle threader. And we're gonna make that last stitch and weave in that end. All right, and can I turn again? Yes. Oop. And then the one from the first view. A lot of prep to do this whipped back stitch. That's the only problem. I like doing the whip part, not the back stitch as much. But we're almost there. There we are. Yep. All right, let's get that pink again. Here's my second half of the pink. There's quite a bit, so I'm gonna have a lot of leftover, which is totally fine. That was sort of the intention. Just lightly going through this. You don't really have to press down much. You're just kind of holding it in place. Okay. And go. All right, I'm just gonna start where I left off there. Weave in this spot here. Uh-oh. Don't look right. There we go. Caught a little bit of itself. 1, 2, 3. Good enough. Almost done. We got, I said that we got Mexican takeout yesterday. I think I was talking about that yesterday, but we also got pozole soup and didn't eat any of it. So I had it today and I just had some for dinner. And I'm still hungry. I think I need to eat the rest of it. So, excited for that. That's something I wish I could make. That'd be so good. Pretty sure it would never be as yummy, though. This one had the biggest hominy grains or chunks or whatever. that I've seen. So good. All right. Few more stitches. And then we get to do the whipped part. Here's where I think I'll try and split the 3 again. No, we're gonna do 2. Already making them kind of too small. Oop. Come back, guy. Okay, let's weave in this end and get us some gold thread. One, 2, and 3. Oh, little twisty knot in there. Cute. All right, let's get some gold. So I think, I don't know, should I just try and get enough for both of these? Maybe I will. I'm just gonna get like my 24 inches or so. Pull this out again. Then I'm left with that tiny slip knot, but that should just pop out. There we go. Not really sure how much this will take, so let's just do our 24 inches. I'm gonna pull out a little bit more so we can do that slip knot. I think I'm just used to doing slip knots with yarn, so doing it with this little itty bitty thread is throwing me. So it's much faster that time. So I got my slip knot there. Get this end through it. I have a few other spools in here that I haven't done this with, and because I didn't realize that that's how they did it. But I'm gonna have to go back and do that for all these, because that is just like the best way to hold this in place. Oh, you're getting the rest of your embroidery back tomorrow. That will be nice, Robin. That'll be great. That's gotta feel good. Yeah, I'd be so sad to be like away from all my craft stuff, even if I knew I wasn't using it for like a long time or whatever. I just like knowing it's there, right? Oh, okay, I'm reading this, Amy. Amy says, I found a video for making a pin cushion. Oh, in the lid of a teapot. Oh, that's cute. You put needles in the pin cushion lid and thread your floss in the pot. What? I'm also putting your scissors in the pot. Oh, that's cute. So you like open the pot and all the stuff is in there. What do you mean? Do you like thread it through the like nose of the pot? I don't know how that would work. But that sounds like totally cute and interesting. You can throw the video of that over, or the link in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. I would totally check that out. All right, whipped back stitch. So I think I might start like right here so that once I finish it, I can just jump over here. I know I said that I don't really like jumping across, but this is thin and I don't know, maybe I'm getting lazy. So I'm gonna come up right underneath a stitch, like right in the middle. I'm gonna kind of try to put my needle sideways. I don't want to be through the stitch, but I want to be like in the middle. Oh, I need to weave in the end. Let's start there. Where were we? Like right there, I wanted to start. Gotta weave in the end first, otherwise I'm gonna pull it right out right away. Oh, this pink, like where this thread goes pink, super duper matches um, our pink thread here. It's cute. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back here and come up like right behind one of those stitches. And I'm coming up on the left side. So I'm gonna go right to left with my whip because I think that's just easier for me. So I'm just gonna come in kind of sideways. So there, right in the middle of the stitch, but not through the stitch. So I'm coming off on one side, kind of from the underneath. And now all I'm gonna do, I came up on the left side of my line. So all I'm gonna do is on the right side, each time I'm gonna go underneath the next stitch. So underneath, like I'm not going to the back of the fabric at all. I'm just going underneath, and you always have to stick to the same side. So right to left, right to left, right to left. Otherwise, you'll get a different stitch. It'll be like more of like a back and forth stitch. I can't remember what that one's called, um, but there we go. So there's our first little whip. Now let's go around the next one, right to left. And we already got some sparkles going here. So cute. This is gonna be great. Okay. Let's pull on that a little bit. And now I turn just because my stitches are up here now. I'm always just gonna keep rotating my piece so it's easier for me to go right to left. Oh, this is just gonna look like we added some sparkle to our floss. That's gonna be so cute. You know what? I might need a whole new piece for the next one. So it is wanting to stay roundish, this metallic. Like it doesn't want to bend much, so I'm just gonna kind of like, after a couple stitches, kind of pull on it a little bit so it stays more in line with the other stitches, like so it doesn't bubble out so much. So it's more like a candy cane, really. Actually, this would be so pretty in a red and white, this stitch. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm gonna have to take a close-up picture, I think, because I'm not sure you guys will be able to see it on camera very well. I'll post that in the crafters group when I'm done here tonight. Just keeping right to left. Oh, but it's just really sweet looking. Oh, cool. Thanks, Amy. I'll check it out. Just a little bit of sparkle in our line. I think this would look good with the bigger stitches too. This looks nice. I think I'm getting in the groove of it now. Shiny little U's. Oh, now I'm to that pink. That's blending into, oops, got a little bit of the other side. That's blending into our pink thread, cotton thread, really nicely. Oh, did I miss one there? I think I missed one. Hold on. Oh yeah, I totally did it. All right, let's go back. Okay, good. That was easy. And I kind of almost think I'm going to need more floss, but we'll see. I mean, it's annoying to have to like start up the whip, like stop and start a whip when you're in the middle of a line, but it's doable. All you do is like tuck underneath the stitch that you're on, like right in the middle, like how we started, and then no one will know that you started and stopped there. almost to the end, and then I am going to just jump over to that lowercase u and do the same thing. Until we run out. Hopefully we don't. But who knows. All right, so here's my last stitch, but to get to the back, I gotta go as if I'm gonna whip to the next stitch where we started, but I'm just gonna go underneath that stitch and then push down to the back, just kind of how we came up. So it's gonna look like we've just worked that last, whip stitch. There we are, shiny. Oh, Vicky says this is my favorite one so far. It's adorable. Ooh, thanks so much. I am loving this little whip stitch deal that we're doing. You know what? I think I gotta start upside down for me to get this. So I'm just gonna come up. We'll come up on that. I'm gonna come up the second one down, so don't throw myself. So all right. So I'm coming up, like on the left of my line again, just underneath that stitch, but right in the center. So like I'm right in the middle of the stitch here, but like not through the stitch. I'm to the left. And now I'm gonna just start up my right to left situation again. Trying to hold my thread out of the way a little bit, but it's kind of just going wherever. Right around these curves too. Not hard, it's just like trying to figure out how to hold my hoop so it's not awkward. This is just like a teeny bit of sheen. It's cute. I'll definitely take some photos and post them. All right, we got a big 90-degree turn here. Still sticking to the right to left. Another turn. Or outside to the inside is maybe a better way of saying it versus right to left. I think I'll have enough thread. Amy says it reminds me of My Little Pony, especially with all these sparkles. And we got like all this decorative stuff on his back, his butt, to like a My Little Pony. Those were like the only girl-esque, if you're dividing it between girl and boy toys, like sure how they all were in the 90s, 80s, 90s. My Little Ponies were like the only like girl toy that I really liked. I don't really have a ton. I still have one. I have that classic like pink Pegasus with I think like a blue lightning bolt on his butt or something. Well used though. It's well played with, but yeah, I don't know, I don't think I had a lot of them. That's like the only one I can think of owning. But I like those. I like the little animal things. As far as girl toys. There were a lot of He-Man toys and Ninja Turtle toys around too. With two younger brothers. Okay, we're totally gonna have enough thread. That makes me happy. Oh, Arlene says, as I turn the piece, we do get to see the sheen of the metallic thread. Ooh, that's cool. So I'll hold it up closer. I'll get real close up to the camera right when I'm done so you can see. I think it's subtle, but it's noticeable for sure. It does look like a piece of thread though, it looks like this is how the thread came, and we're just stitching with it, which is kind of cool. So it is just like the cotton thread with a bit of sparkle through it. I think it's looking super cute. This one would have been neat to try that other, like not whipped back stitch, but where you go from side to side, like you snake it through, and then you can have like one go the other direction. So you're almost got like little circles almost around each back stitch. That would have been kind of cute too, but we'd be doing it twice as long, and I'm kind of liking it just how it ended up. But sometime we should try that. All right, like 3 more stitches here. 2 on top and 1 on the side, and then I don't want to go through that loop. And then that last like tuck under in the middle, where we started. Right, and that's right here. So I'm just gonna tuck under that next stitch as if I'm going through, but we're just going to the back. We had plenty of floss for that. Ugh, sparkly. All right, let's weave that in. I'll show you guys close up, and then we can call it a little bit of an early night. Oh, Care Bears. Amy said I have Care Bears. So I did like Care Bears as well, although we never had a real Care Bear. I think I had an aunt or somebody, or I should ask my mom. Someone in the family or friend of the family made us like homemade Care Bears. So they're like these cute bears, teddy bears that they put like the little tummies on to mimic the real bears, but they were handmade. All right, let me stretch it on here a little bit more. So here it is all finished. See if we can get some of that shine and sparkle in, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show both cameras just real close up here. So here is TikTok. Give me a sec here. I think we're in focus. So here is the whipped back stitch. We got a little bit of those flowers and the cute little shiny horn, but that whipped back stitch looks really cool. I think I'll have to take a close-up photo because I think it's being really hard to kind of see, but here you guys on my phone can see too. Just an extra little bit of sparkle. And I don't think it's just because we didn't do it satin stitch, I don't think it's taking away from up here, the unicorn either. I think we're drawn in by like just this heavy satin stitch here, and then we can see all the like sparkle everywhere. So I think that turned out very, very cute. All right, you guys, and I think we will end it there for the night, a little bit early. But then yeah, tomorrow we will come back to the turtle. So clearly a lot to do on here yet. I want to fill the rest in with flowers. I don't know what those flowers will be yet. We've got to figure that out. Maybe we can practice some of these other stitches again, like this wagon wheel stitch is pretty small too, so we could try one of those again. And we'll just play with that a little bit more. But for now, we got another embroidery done here. So, all right. So done a little bit early. So here we are. I don't know if you can see that sparkle in there, but that floss is so pretty and fun. I love that Nishikito thread. And then also, again, our embroidery of the month. New little sleigh ride is out. So be sure to check that out over at Penguin and Fish as well. And then our Relax and Craft embroidery boxes. We still have several of those left. And thanks again for all your orders of those. I appreciate it. I think you guys are really going to like the candle in there for sure. And the thread conditioner, the floss scent thread conditioner. Be sure to let me know. You should be receiving them soon. And I'd love to hear what you think of it all. So, all right, you guys, thanks again. And I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Good night.